Chelsea 4, Leicester 2, and all I'm going to tell you at this moment in time is you don't know what you're going to get with this Chelsea side. Because 15 minutes of madness where Axel Disiasi is giving out Christmas presents and scoring an own goal. Robert Sanchez is handing out back passes to Leicester City players. However, then you get moments of brilliance. You get Noni Madueke with an absolute screamer. Carney Chukwuemeka with a lovely guided finish. You get Palmer getting a beautiful goal and Cucurella getting a lovely comfortable evening. Yet, Chelsea Football Club are through to Wembley. They get the victory. Raheem Sterling is booed off the pitch. And more importantly, that doesn't sit right with me. But I'm going to break down the game. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. Don't get it twisted. Raheem Sterling was bad. I was getting frustrated. But I don't think it helps to boo players off. But hit the like button because we've won and made it into another semi-final. Another one, as DJ Khaled would say. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We are super close to 33,000. And more importantly, the biggest one of all. Tell me who is your man of the match, because if it ain't Malo Gusto, you are wrong. Let's get on with it. I want to start positive because one thing I've noticed is that people are being very negative about this team. And overall, I'm not a negative person. I'm actually very positive when it comes to my football team or just life in general. So I want us to be happy. I want us to go into the international break with an element of realism, but at the same time, looking forward to things to come. The first goal, Nicholas Jackson is a player that has been marvellous to see him develop. When he first came in, Nicholas Jackson in that situation would have taken a shot. However, Nicholas Jackson, in my opinion, has seen the game slow down for him. And let me explain that to you guys. If any of you watch the NBA, first year point guards, right? The people that control the ball and dictate the pace, they do okay. However, as they go into their career, the second and third season, the game slows down. They start seeing things. And then, because the game slows down, they are able to explore their passing range and be better. And this is what has happened to Nico in front of our eyes. The game has slowed down. He decided, oh, Vestergaard's there. I'm quicker than him. I can go around him. Oh, I've gone around him. Now, instead of snatching on a shot, what has he done? He's opened his brain, he said, and I'm going to cross it across goal because I see Cuckoo coming across. And the development in this player has been marvellous. The touch to get the red card was stupendously great. Is he a good finisher? No, he's not. Is he ever going to be a great finisher? We don't know. But what we do know is he has been a tremendous signing, and today he was absolutely wonderful. Link-up play on point. He gave them an absolute bad day at the office. The second one. The second goal came from what? Raheem Sterling had a stinker of a day, but I'm telling you now, right? He won that header through determination and embarrassment. And once he wins it, he puts it in the danger area. And we've seen that goal from Cole Palmer on numerous occasions. We saw it, I think, against Brentford, where he came running in and smashed it into the top corner. Then there was another instance where there was a drag back, I think, against Newcastle. And now again, Cole Palmer is making that little near post run a trademark, and we need that. It is imperative. We are absolutely crying for somebody from midfield to make runs and score. The third goal, I've been crying on this channel, I've been moaning, I've been absolutely berating that if we had Carney Chukwuemeka in a midfield three with an Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo, we would have so much more fluidity. And people say, Alex, you're talking nonsense. Well, that link up that we saw with Carney and Palmer is just the start of it. We saw it in the first two games, right? When it was Gallagher, Enzo, and Carney. The ability for him to receive the ball in a half space, the ability for him to pop it off and get it back, the ability of him to run at players. He's so versatile in the way he can create. Carney Chukwuemeka deserves that goal, and I really hope he has a good end to the season with a lot of minutes and just development in his all-round game. Because honestly, he has got potential to be a Cole Palmer level type impact player for us, where somebody comes in, no one expects much of him, and the talent level has just been there throughout the youth system, throughout the cameos that he's been given, that we just need to see a run of games for us to trust him, believe in him, and we'll get a great player that comes through. He made it 3-2 for Chelsea. Noni Madueke done what Noni Madueke does best. He scored an absolute screamer. And when I tell you a screamer, I mean a screamer. Running with the ball, Gusto gets the assist, absolutely bends it into the top corner. Celebrates like, hey, I ain't done nothing. I ain't done nothing. Reality is, broski, you have done something amazing. Bratucha, maladets. For those of you that don't know, a new word of the day, maladets. It's well done in Russian. Absolutely beautiful goal from Noni Madueke. I'd love to see a little bit more of him, but the problem is we're so saturated in that position, whether it's Mudryk, Sterling, and Nkunku, and Noni, and Palmer. 5 players for 2-3 positions. He's going to find minutes hard but to come by. Then, other players that I want to give a praise to, Cucurella. I thought Cucurella's performance today was phenomenal. And a lot of people say, you're only saying that because he scored a goal. No, I think Cucurella's ability to block crosses is poor. However, the other side of his game, very good. His ability to be physical with a winger to the point where the winger goes, okay, I'm in a battle, and stops thinking about his own game and starts thinking about being more physical back, is excellent. His ability to be annoying and a pest, his ability to receive the ball in tight areas and release it, his ability to play direct passes through, his ability to play one touch cannot be underestimated. I'm telling you, put a nice system around him, and this guy's going to be a decent player for Chelsea. I'm not saying he is the next Marcelo. I'm not saying he's Roberto Carlos. I'm telling you now, he's just going to be a better player than Ben Chilwell in the long run for this Chelsea team. If we have to sell one in the summer, please may it be basic Ben. I've said it before, I'll say it again. And the final thing that I want to praise is I really enjoyed the first half duo of Caicedo and Gallagher. A lot of people can say, what are you talking about, man? They've not been great. I thought they were okay, but more importantly, they were winning their 50-50 duels. They were given a platform for Palmer to go express himself. And Palmer was very good in that first half. The relationship him and Gusto have built, right, by the way, it is marvellous to see. But the first goal, what did it come from? The first goal came from Caicedo winning the ball to Gallagher. Gallagher straight away, give it to somebody who's better than him. There's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, I think that is a beautiful skill. Know your ability. Mikel did it excellently, right? Mikel played in a team where he knew, for Nigeria, he was number 10. He was very good. He was a number 8. He could express himself. However, what was very interesting to see when he played for Chelsea, released it straight away. And for me, that is imperative. Release the ball straight away. Release it, and all of a sudden, Palmer and Gusto link up with that beautiful through ball, gets to Nico Jackson, and we get the goal. Wonderful. Now we need to get into the ugly, because the ugly is very ugly, all right? What is wrong with Chelsea Football Club and not being able to give Alex a very nice, calm evening? Because the reality is, on the Kavkas View, I wanted something to come on here and say, welcome, Chelsea have won 4-0. But I have to say, Chelsea beat Leicester 4-2. And it's frustrating because it's the experienced players that are letting us down. Axel Disiasi, that own goal was a lack of concentration, lack of composure, and it's very similar to what we see on a regular basis from Disiasi. I want to give Disiasi a chance. However, when we signed him, I called him a Disiasi class after I watched a few performances, and a lot of you said what? Stop being horrible to him. He's too good of a player for you to be horrible. Believe in him. Well, you know what? I've given him time. And I'm telling you now, guys, he is a 4th or 5th choice centre-back. And he will not be a Chelsea level player when Chelsea are winning titles and when Chelsea is successful. Because he doesn't concentrate. He doesn't have the it factor of being composed. And then we have his brother. So one of them is Paul and the other one's Barry, the Chuckle brothers, right? Then you have Robert Sanchez. Robert Sanchez, big man. Disasi's made a mistake. Why are you so far off your line? It just makes no logical sense. Why are you pushed up so high? It just makes no logic. Because if you receive the ball, the fact that you're so high means someone's closer to you to press you. But if you're further back, you're given a passing angle, and more importantly, you have more time to receive the ball and release it. Just common sense. Then his coming for crosses. Absolutely horrible, just creating panic. His ability to play out the back. It's meant to be a strength. I don't see it. Robert Sanchez is not good enough for Chelsea. Petrovic needs to stay in goal. I will accept till the end of the season not playing out of the back. I promise you, we will leak less goals without Robert Sanchez than we will with Robert Sanchez in goal. We do not need it. Then we need to talk about Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling's confidence is shot. Raheem Sterling's career has been this for a long, long time. I think Raheem Sterling can't finish. I think Raheem Sterling is notably known to be a player that needs multiple chances. So we knew what we were signing. I think every one of us knew. I knew, you knew, Chelsea should have done. Yet Chelsea, once again, didn't do their due diligence, and now the fans are so annoyed. And trust me, I am not telling the fans, right, don't be annoyed. You pay good money. You pay very good money. My friend said the ticket was £70 for today's game. 70 great British pounds. Pound sterling, 70 for this match. An FA Cup quarter-final. And now, to make matters worse, Raheem Sterling putting on performances like that. He takes the penalty off the kid because Palmer gives it to him. There's no Enzo to protect him this time around. Then he, blazes a free kick over, and the fans start booing. So his confidence is shot. But why are the fans booing? Like, what is that going to do? And when he came off, some people clapped and some people booed. And honestly, someone tweeted me and said, if it means he leaves, so be it. I don't think he will leave. Guys, he's got 5 years on 325k a week. Why would he leave? He doesn't care. But the reality is, there is a player in there that we can extract something from. And at this moment in time, I feel like we're extracting nothing from. So it's just a messy situation, and I'm a bit frustrated. I don't know about you lot. Now I want to get into the bad, right? We're 2-1 down, up, and Gusto concedes a one-on-one duel where he lost his duel. All game, he had the guy in his pocket. One time, he stepped off him, and the guy just did something brilliant, and it's a goal. Like, you can't get upset about it, because it happens. Like, you know, a player, you could say, Gusto get tighter. That's the only thing you can say. But the thing I think Gusto needs to develop, and this is to become world-class, by the way, this isn't me saying Gusto had a bad game, this is just my observation. I think Gusto's crossing and decision-making needs to get a little bit better. Considering the relationship he has with Cole Palmer, his ability to get into the final third on multiple occasions, I think he done it 6-7 times, his crossing was poor, his selection of pass was poor. If he gets that into his game, he's going to be a wonderful player. Guys, he's my favourite player in the Chelsea team. I'm just showing you now, I'm not biased. If my favourite player isn't doing some of the things, I'll call it out. I thought he needed to do a little bit more with the weight of passing and the releasing of passes. But it is what it is, right? You're not going to get that all in one go. He'll develop that, I hope. He'll make, like, the game will slow down to him in the final third, and he'll find a way to release the good passes. The next one I'm going to say is, I don't like the way we're so wasteful in the final third, and it wasn't just Gusto. It was Mudryk, who also had a good game actually, but a wasteful in the final third. Sterling, Palmer, Jackson. We just get in the box and it's rash, very rash, and I think that stems from doing everything on the break. Everything until they got the red card. Everything was on the break, and for me that just doesn't feel right. Like, I feel like we're better to control the ball and try to create from that avenue. But it is what it is. Personally, we won the game, so I don't want to be uber critical. I think the home fans could have done a little bit better instead of booing Sterling, but I understand the frustration, I really do. But guys, this was the Kavkas View, who are through to the next round. At the moment, it's Coventry, Manchester City, us, and one of Liverpool, Man United. I hope Man United win. Do not want Liverpool in the tournament. I don't want to see them in another potential final and give us Coventry in a semi-final. I do not want us to be a hero. We do not want Manchester City. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know your thoughts. But tomorrow I'll be back with a great video, by the way, about Datro Fofana, Omari Hutchinson, Angelo, and Andre Santos. Now, in that video, I'm going to talk about why I think none of them should be back next year, purely based on the fact that they need to develop further, and I'll explain this in a lot more detail with a lot more clarity. So don't jump on me right now, just hit the bell notification to make sure you're alerted when that video comes out. Peace out, I'm out, have a lovely day.